Hello, 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 and welcome to hopefully another edutaining episode of Create Simple Meals. The last 3 weeks we haven't been going live, but I hope you caught up on the 3 shows that we did load up while I was taking a much-needed vacation. As always, folks, remember, on Create Simple Meals, we only have 3 rules. You must have passion, you must have patience, and you must be willing to practice. As you see, I got my resident TikToker here with me today, so we should be having some new TikToks coming up soon. While you're sitting there waiting for us to get set up, please subscribe to us on YouTube. Hit that notification bell so you know that we're on. Please like and follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and tap into us on TikTok. For this recipe and all other recipes, please visit createsimplemeals.com. For all your correspondences, please email me at askme@createsimplemeals.com. Hit that chat button so you can talk to me directly, and please share this video with your friends and family alike. Now, so today's recipe is a honey garlic chicken breast. Real simple recipe. All we're going to do is we're going to dredge some chicken breasts in some flour. We're going to pan fry those. And then after that, we're going to build up a sauce with some garlic cloves, some apple cider vinegar, a little bit of honey, some oyster sauce, soy sauce, and we're going to let that thicken up, and that's going to be our sauce for our chicken breast. Hey, New John, what you crying for? We got a studio on there, so my nephew he want to play in the backyard. He normally has the backyard to himself, but today's filming day, and his mama's making him be quiet. Anyway, let's get started with the recipe. So, first thing we're going to do here is melt this butter. So it's just 2 tablespoons of butter. And while we're doing that, let me get me a glove, and I can start dredging this chicken. So, you can buy regular sized chicken breasts. That didn't work too well. You can buy regular sized chicken breasts if you want, and then slice them in the middle. Or if your neighborhood grocer sells the thin cut chicken breasts like I end up getting, use those. I'm going to be honest with you folks. I was being lazy and I bought the thin chicken breasts, and already I ain't too happy with them because they're a little bit too thin. So if you got the time and the patience, take the chicken breasts, slice them in half. So if this is a chicken breast, you're going to slice them like that. And if you have a meat mallet, meat tenderizer, bang them out and thin them out a little bit. But on Create Simple Meals, we was being a little bit lazy as we get back into this filming. Thank you all for tuning in. Please share this with your friends and family. All right, so first thing we're going to do, let me grab this olive oil. And for the olive oil, you just want to drizzle just a little bit on me. If I'm a little bit off today, folks, it's because I ain't touched this studio equipment in a month. I did a bunch of shows before I went on vacation. It was a working vacation. And then after that, I ain't touched the equipment until today. So forgive me if I kind of regress back to my old habits. Anyway, we're going to season this off with just a little bit of kosher salt. Not much, because the about a half a teaspoon or so. And the reason being is because we're going to build up the salinity in this when we make our sauce, which has soy sauce in it, which is already kind of salty, and this butter. So we're going to go ahead. You don't want a heavy coat on this at all. You just want a light coat just for it to fry. And don't crowd your pan, so that's why we're going to do 2 at a time. You bring this up just a little bit. And to serve this, I decided I'm going to do some sautéed zucchini and rice. So I've already sautéed them. That's not part of the recipe, but for those of you that watch it, y'all get that extra added tidbit. So basically, I took some zucchini, cut them into little half circles, seasoned them off with some garlic pepper, and then tossed them in a pan with some olive oil and let it do its thing. And then just took some regular old white rice and boiled it with chicken broth, and we're going to serve that like that. You having fun yet? Okay. You want a drink? Okay. Just checking. Well, it's funny. I'm sick. Huh? On your head. Oh, yeah. So normally when we film, the sun is down a little bit more, but that halo is because you're an angel. No? Not working? All right, now the sun is coming through there, and we about 10 minutes too early for the sun to drop down. All right, folks, so we sitting here, give y'all a closer shot in there. You don't want to cook them too fast, but by all means, you definitely threw off my concentration. Nah, buddy, I'm not using cumin tonight. So it's a running joke against me and one of my culinary homeboys. He's my homeboy in general, but we cook a lot. And my favorite season, if you can have a favorite season, is cumin. So almost every recipe I cook, he asks me, am I using cumin? I'm going to tell you right now that you asked Ben about it, yeah, we could have used a little cumin in here. We wanted to play with a little bit, but we not. Speaking of playing with things, I kind of teased y'all earlier on the Create Simple Meals page. I was found this recipe for Snoop Dogg's fried chicken. Now, I'm going to try it. I don't know if I'm going to do a live or a pre-tape show, but it's one of them things I'm like, you know what? We're going to go ahead and test it out. The unique thing about, what made me think about it after my buddy said cumin, the unique thing about it is Snoop Dogg put potato chips in his chicken. So you crunch up potato chips and do that. Sounds crazy, but if not next week, the week after, we're going to go ahead and try that Snoop Dogg fried chicken and see what it do. If you're just now tuning in, we are doing a honey garlic chicken. We took some chicken breasts and we put a little olive oil and some kosher salt on them already. And we're pan frying, dusted them in some flour, and we're pan frying them in some butter. After which, we're going to take that out and we're going to build up a sauce of some garlic cloves, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, some honey, oyster sauce, and soy sauce. Let that all cook down, and that's going to be the basis for our sauce. See how these is doing? Now, the one thing, this is my Achilles heel, when cooking with butter, I could have got a little bit dark on there, but we ain't got to worry about it because the sauce going to cover it all up. You want to keep the temperature up, but not too high because butter will burn on you before you know it. So what I normally do, and I might end up doing now, is I normally cheat by adding a little bit of olive oil just to give it a higher smoke point. Because butter is good, but butter can be unforgiving at times. Again, folks, please remember, if you're out there, hit that subscribe button if you're following us on YouTube. Hit that notification bell so you know when we pop on. Like and follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. And please tap into us on TikTok. For this recipe and all other recipes, visit CreateSimpleMeals.com. If you have any questions, comments, criticisms, email me at askme@CreateSimpleMeals.com. Hit that chat button while you're there and talk with me one-on-one and share this with your friends and family alike. This show, as always, is brought to you by the Self-Employed Tax Guy, the first ever tax company that was built from the ground up just for you and me. Self-Lodge Planning for all your future and current travel needs. For you by Me to Creative Designs. For all your unique gift ideas. And by Petty Phrases. If you got something to say it with your chest with a custom-made t-shirt from Petty Phrases. Now, speaking of Self-Lodge Planning, shameless plug, they just booked me a trip to Jamaica for the first time. So I'm looking forward to that. So in anticipation of that, for those of you that like the low-carb diets and the keto meals, I got to lose some weight so I can get into my Speedo body. So, you saw something wrong about the Speedo body? Okay. I got to lose some weight so I can get into my Speedo body, and I'm going to go ahead and do keto and low-carb all of January and all of February. So I'm currently right now developing some recipes, so I have 8 recipes to show doing that much. Nah, Meech, we was supposed to have, Meech was supposed to be here to test. I don't know what happened to him. All right, them are done. Again, folks, y'all know me. I cook with thermometers, not by sight. Poultry is done at 165 degrees internal. Let's go ahead and put that there. And we're going to go ahead and dredge off some more. Yeah, we were supposed to have a live taste tester here tonight, in addition to my resident TikToker, but I'm not sure what happened. He'll be here next week, I'm quite certain. One, because he's usually on time, and 2, who can pass up a free meal, especially one that's done by Create Simple Meals. All right, let's grab us a little bit more butter to refresh what was in there. I'm going to do 2. And then we're going to dredge off, while that's melting, we're going to dredge off some more of this chicken. Yeah, I actually even bought more chicken than what the recipe calls for, because I'm like, well, you know, me and him going to eat. And my resident TikToker and my niece, I don't know when they going to eat or when they not going to eat. I tell you, these millennials, they rather go to, what's that spot you like to go to?
Chipotle?
Yeah, don't say that name on this show. We don't do no, but you know, she like to go to Chipotle and all these other stuff. You know, when she get it to advanced adulthood, she gonna realize, man, you better save that money. You just what? Moderate. That what it is? Oh, you moderate adulthood right now. When you get to advanced adulthood, you gonna see that every free meal you can get, you gonna take. Auntie Cousin Pam, I am cooking, but I gotta talk because, believe it or not, don't nobody want to just sit here and watch me sit here and flip chicken for 25 minutes without saying something. So, y'all talk back to me and I'll talk back at you. Put that in the sink. Well, I might do it because your hands just need to hit your camera. And I know where all the good stuff is. All right, folks. So we're going to finish cooking off these, and then we're going to, in this exact same pan, we're going to start building up the sauce. So again, if you just now tuning in, we've already did the chicken breasts, dusting them off with pan frying them now. For the sauce, we're going to toss in some garlic, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, some honey, some Worcestershire sauce, some soy sauce, some butter, and a little chicken broth. And we're going to let that cook and get all thick and gooey and toss this in there. Now, for those of you that cannot find or don't want to use oyster sauce, you do not have to. You can just increase your honey by maybe about another tablespoon or so, because oyster sauce got the same basic flavor profile as a sweet soy sauce. So add a little bit more honey, and you should be good to go. Oh, now, Auntie Cousin Pam, far as the final presentation, I'm not the presentation dude. I'm going to put a plate out, but my lovely cousin Whitney of Simone's Kitchen ATL and my buddy Charles, who, God willing, will be starting his catering company soon, they do the plating stuff. I do the cooking stuff. My food, I just throw it on there and y'all eat it wherever it is. I try my best to be, especially when I'm halfway sober. All right, we're going to flip this one, and we're going to go ahead and flip that one. A real simple recipe. Let me give y'all a little close-up zoom in that pan just see what it's looking like. But a real simple recipe. This is really one of them, you know, I say it all the time. One of the reasons I do the live shows is so you can see really how fast it is. I think my average show runs 25 minutes long. Everything is done on show with the exception of I pre-measure out my ingredients. That's the only thing I do to expedite time. So these are most of the recipes on Create Simple Meal. It's something you can come home after work, get it cooking, and cook, feed your family, and be watching your favorite show within an hour, hour and a half after you get home. So I'm hoping it's helping you all out, but I definitely believe in doing the live as much as I can, except for those last 3 weeks, so I can show y'all that cooking is not hard. You just got to have, what do I say? Them 3 rules. You must have passion, you must have patience, and you must be willing to practice. If I hear one more from, I don't like to cook, I can't cook. It ain't you can't cook, you just won't cook. But as my mom used to say, if old Needmo get to you and the funds start getting low, I bet you start cooking in. All right, let's go ahead and test this out. That's almost there. That's almost there. That one is there. I just want to check that. Yeah, see that right there? That's what I don't like. That's 155. We're going to let this go to about 5 more degrees. I'm going to flip it again for that fat piece. And I almost didn't use this one, but I figured y'all wanted a bigger piece of meat, and them other ones was cut real, real thin. And so I was thinking about y'all. You know what? I'm going to tell you, I must be really missing my wife, because she's the one in the house that don't like spice. So when I redeveloped this recipe, I took out the pepper flakes, because I'm like, she don't like pepper flakes, and she ain't even here. Hey, look, hey man, 23 years in the game. Sometimes you got to admit when you get lonely. She been gone how long now? Yeah, I guess it was good for the goose, it's good for the gander. I guess I see how I feel when I'm gone all the time. All right, folks, we're gonna go ahead and take these out and sit them to the side. And now, just to remind you again, with the recipe, we're going to now, we browned off our chicken, pan fried it. We're now going to build up this sauce. We're going to add in some butter, garlic, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, honey, oyster sauce, soy sauce, and a little bit chicken broth after that. So let's go ahead and get that started. Grab me my last little bit of butter. And if you don't mind, I'm going to go and slide by you and grab my ingredient bucket. Let me slide this right on through you. That way, because see, knowing me, I'll be done picked it up, and then it'll all be done fail. And this live show will be getting really, really live, really, really fast. All right, so all them little juices and bits that's in there, we want to go and get them. Keep them on in there. We're going to add in our garlic. And you want to just cook the garlic until it gets basically fragrant, huh? I love garlic. You know what? And I'm going to tell you right now, folks, the recipe calls for, I forget how many, what was it? 5 cloves of minced garlic. Whenever you see garlic on any show I do, I build it for the masses, but when I cook for me. And we like garlic, so I probably got 7 cloves of garlic in here. That's just because we really like garlic, but I have noticed if I put that much garlic for some people, they just don't like it. Hey, thank you, Sister Jackie. You at the gym watching me cook, and I'll be at the gym in the morning working off what I cooked. All right, so let's go ahead and put a little bit of soy sauce in there. We're going to put apple cider vinegar in there. It's smelling good if it ain't doing nothing else. We're going to see what it tastes like in a minute. Put this oyster sauce in there. And as that's doing its due, let's go ahead and get this honey on up in there. All right. So we're going to let this, let this simmer just a little bit, and then I'm going to start adding for about a minute or so, and then I'm going to add in this chicken broth. I just want to let it, as my buddy from Keon from 310 Eats, I want to get it dance. He said make your taste buds dance. So I'm going to get this pans dancing so we can make our taste buds dance. Gonna mix that in there a little bit, and let's add in this chicken broth. I'm going to bring that up to a slow boil and thicken that up a little bit. And then we're going to toss this chicken in there. And after that, we're going to plate, eat, and that's going to be the show, folks. Give y'all a tighter zoom in there. So that's the not quite as thick as I wanted just yet. Now, another thing, just to help you out, in addition to the heat thickening it up, that flour from that chicken is also going to assist in thickening this up some. All right. Give me a spoon out there. I want to taste this. Don't you fall in there. That's going to be good. That's going to be good. Move this out of my way. We don't need that either. All right, now let's go ahead. We can take this chicken. You can put all this in there as is. Let's get one more. And grab me one of them bigger spoons. And we're going to just toss this over and let that thicken up a little bit. Do me a favor, TikToker. Go in there and get me that those vegetables and that rice out the warmer. Oh, I lied earlier. That's another thing I did earlier, but that's not part of this recipe. I did boil my rice already and saute the vegetables. So in the interest of time, rice, y'all know, takes 20 minutes and or so. And the vegetables took me about 10 minutes. Hey, Eric, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, brother. All right, as you see, folks, I don't know if y'all can see how thick it has gotten from the beginning, but as you see now, it's coating the spoon. And that's addition to, one, boiling it down, but two, the residual starch from that flour that was on here, that's helping it as well. I'm going to go ahead and top this and kill this heat and start cleaning me out of place so I can start plating some things. Thank you, ma'am. Let me do this. Now, how I'm gonna serve this is hopefully my cousin Whitney don't be like, dude, you and that plating. Well, I told you I don't do the plating thing. So what I'm gonna do, that's hot, huh? I'm just gonna put, I saw this at a restaurant. I'm gonna get it all wrong. But I'm just gonna lay a bed of rice down there. And then I'm gonna grab some of these here vegetables. You got to fix it later on when you do the picture. That ain't how you want it? Okay. Hey man, look. I cook. I ain't go to school for plating. And then we're gonna take one of these and lay that like yonder. Put this over here. I'm only doing this because you making grunting noises, because normally I wouldn't wipe none of this crap off and be like, we're gonna go ahead and eat. All right, folks. So before we give a taste test, let me go ahead, pinch of flour. Oh no, we go. It's more of a sweet flavor for the honey garlic, but the soy sauce is gonna give you the savoriness of it. And as far as the glaze part, that's just gonna come in by thickening it up, because all that sugar that's in there, and then the starch from the flour thickens it up as well. But as you see, can I zoom in? Move out my way. You can see that sauce did stick pretty nicely on there. Let's go ahead and give this a nice taste test. We're more concerned with the chicken than we is this other stuff. You gonna taste too? Or no? Okay. Pork. Yep, that hit. That hit right there, for real. I know, don't it though? I'm gonna taste this vegetable while you're doing that. I cut it like this, let me show you. Go ahead and grab that one. Give me your honest assessment, your honest opinion. Because you know, you ain't gonna hurt my feelings.
Where's your mic? Your chicken is great. I wish it was more like honey-ish, but it's good.
So you like it sweeter than that?
Yeah, well, it's honey glaze, so I thought it was gonna be like, like honey, like coated. But it's really good.
Well, I tell you, can't please everyone. As long as it's good, though. I tell you, can't please everybody. See, I should have put the spice in there for it. You know what? Hold on. Ain't no point in having an outside kitchen if you can't do some. Let's see what these red pepper flakes would have done. Oh, yeah, we got to do a whole nother plate when we get inside. Yeah. That little kick of spice right there.
Yeah, because it feels like it needs some type
of
balance.
Yes, I was thinking about your mama. That's why I didn't do all that. But yeah, that little kick of spice right there.
She's not here. She's at a game.
Well, did she go to the game today? The Yankees playing? Oh, I didn't know the Yankees was playing today. Anyway. Oh, sorry, folks. I done got all this conversation with my daughter. Forgive me for that. Anyway, folks, if you just now catching the end of the show, we did a honey glazed chicken today. We took some chicken breast, seasoned them off with a little bit of salt, olive oil, dredged them in a little bit of all-purpose flour, pan-fried that in some butter. Then we took that, put it off to the side. We added in some garlic, some more butter, sauteed off that garlic until it was fragrant, added in some apple cider vinegar, some honey, some oyster sauce, soy sauce, and just a little bit of chicken broth. Boiled it down to it thickened up, put the chicken back in there, tossed it on top. We're serving ours with basic rice that's been boiled in some chicken broth and some zucchini that's been chopped up and pan-fried with a little bit of garlic seasoning. As always, folks, please remember, follow us on and subscribe to us on YouTube. Hit that notification bell. Please remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Tap into us on TikTok. Our resident TikToker is here. Please, always, for all these recipes, visit createsimplemills.com. For this show and all, for any correspondence, please email me at askme@createsimplemills.com. Hit that chat button and please share this with your friends, family alike. Until next week, folks, remember, on Create Simple Meals, we only have 3 rules. You must have passion, you must have patience, and you must be willing to practice. See you next Tuesday right here, 7 o'clock live. Love you all. Send me some more ideas. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and make a plate up so you can take a picture.